Good evening. Welcome from Muscatine. Back home tonight, the Muskies looking to even their record up at 2-2. Welcome an undefeated squad to town tonight. Dubuque Hempstead brings a 3-0 record to the stadium this evening. Hello, everyone. I'm Roland Glenbine alongside Chris Anderson. It is great to be back home.
Yes, it is.
It seems like it's been a while.
It does, but the purple and gold always looks great. The black is sharp and crisp. It's a gorgeous night. I think it's going to go well for the Muskies.
And without further ado, let's just update you. Number 24 is in uniform tonight for the first time since injuring his hamstring. Ty Kozad says he's going to give it a go tonight, that he's ready to play. He's in uniform. He warmed up before the game, and that's going to be a big difference for this offense, needing a spark.
They definitely need a spark, and they need a distraction, if nothing else. They need at least two options. This will give them that.
We'll see just how back he is, and we won't have to wait long, as Muscatine has actually lost the coin flip. Hempstead won, but they deferred, so the Muskies will start out on offense tonight. And it's an offense, like we mentioned, that has struggled a bit since Kozad left after just 2 snaps in Game 1, last game on this field. It's been kind of a throw a bunch of guys out there and hope someone produces, and some people have produced. There has been some offense. It's gotten better. Dayton Truesdale's been the workhorse thus far, 51 carries on the season, 304 yards, but Mr. Yao stepped up big time last week, a couple of touchdowns. He's got 71 yards on the season. So there are some options out there, but when you have arguably the best running back in the state, boy, it's going to be fun to watch him out here tonight. And if it's good to go and he is back to where he can be, then we'll probably be talking about a record night as well.
One would hope. And, again, we don't know. Well, we'll pause. No, we won't. Never mind. Pardon me.
Yeah, so a record could be falling tonight. We thought it was going to fall in Game 1, and here we are, now Game 4, and he needs, about 95 yards, I believe, to break the all-time rushing record here at Muscatine High School.
Yep, and, I was talking with Nicole Calvert, the trainer, before the game, well, actually yesterday. And, I think there's no official word from the athletic department on his status and where he's at. But I think if you can believe Twitter, he's ready to roll. So,
well, I did communicate with him this week. We DM'd back and forth a little bit, and he says he's ready to go. And we did see him warm up. He is in uniform, and so we're expecting him to play tonight. I don't know if he'll have his full workload yet. That's a question we'll see, and I guess that really depends on how he comes out of the gate. So the band's on the field. We'll have the national anthem here in a little bit, and we'll listen to that. But right now the school song is playing, and this Hempstead team 3-0 on the season. Those 3 opponents, though, are not the strongest opponents. So, yes, Hempstead is one of only 5 teams in 5A to be undefeated at this point. And funny thing is, they're going to be the second one that the Muskies have faced this year. Cedar Rapids Jefferson is also one of those 5. Bettendorf, Southeast Polk, Dowling, the others, if you were wondering. But their opponents thus far, a winless Dubuque senior team, a Waterloo West team, and a winless Cedar Rapids Washington team. So they're 3-0, but if you look at kind of who's played who, this could be a very even game tonight, and it's a very winnable game for the Muskies, especially if Ty does come back anywhere close to what he is capable of. So the Iowa fight song playing right now, I know that burns you.
It doesn't burn me. Because now, again, like I've said several times, this is almost like the Michigan Junior. Instead of MSU being little brother, it's kind of like Iowa City's become little brother.
Little brother, okay.
Yeah.
All right, well, we'll see how long that lasts. Long season, my friend.
Yeah, very, very, very true. But the nice
All
thing
right.
is our coach will be well rested.
And on that note, we're going to pause now as the band honors our great nation with their playing of the national anthem. Rendition by the Marching Muskies as they get us closer to kickoff tonight. Looking at the tail of the tape between these two teams, Hempstead 3-0, Muskies are 1-2. Passing very much in favor of Hempstead. They are 29 on 52 attempts this season, 415 yards through the air on the year. The Muskies have completed 4 of 11 attempts for just 20 yards through the air. Rushing fairly even. Hempstead's rushed for 665 yards. The Muskies 619 yards. First quarters have been the best quarter for Muscatine on the season. They have scored 35 points in the first quarter, just 23 in the other 3 combined. It's been slow going out of the gate for Hempstead this year, just scoring 14 points in the first quarter in their 3 games, while giving up just 1 touchdown in the first quarter. So that's kind of your tale of the tape tonight. The Mustangs, led by quarterback Carter Krug, again, 5 touchdowns through the air, 415 yards. This is a team that likes to do a lot of what Iowa City West does. So it really kind of works out in a way in the favor of Muscatine in that it wasn't a hard week to prep for. They've already prepped really kind of a mirror image for Hempstead and what they saw the prior week in Iowa City West.
I love it. Roland looks to me as if I have something to say, but he's said it all, folks. I mean, like, really, we're getting ready for the Muskies to come out.
Oh, it just reminds me of, there they come. Reminds me of, what's the name of that baseball movie, Bob Uecker?
Major League.
Major League,
Yeah.
Thank you. You gotta just don't call him the best color man in the business for nothing, folks.
You know, every once in a while, the camera, the scoreboard, and the audio catches my attention. I'll be honest. And besides, I'm just here to look pretty, Roland.
It's a work in progress, my friend. All right. I'm glad you're settling in. Hope you tuned in tonight. Tell a friend. This could be some fun tonight. Ty is back. We're back home against an undefeated team. And you look at the schedule, and this is a game that you really need to win. You know, you got tonight Hempstead. You got next week also at home, homecoming against Davenport West. These are two games that are winnable games against quality teams, but they're winnable games, and it really comes down to needing to win 2 of the next 4. So you got those 2, and then you got the road trip at Linn-Mar, and then Pleasant Valley coming here. Those are the other 2 of the 4. So in a way, this is very much kind of a must-win tonight.
It absolutely is if the playoffs are still your goal, right? And
yes.
you know, every season that's where we look. So as you said, there's only one strategy tonight and one goal. It's win. It doesn't matter what it takes. It doesn't matter what decisions you have to make. If you want to play to win, tonight is the night. You've got to put it all on the table.
This is the 5th meeting between these two schools since 2008. The Muskies have owned it, winning 3 of 4. They won last year 42-31 on this very field. That was a pretty big night for Ty Kozad. He's hoping for another pretty big night tonight and another victory tonight as well. As again, the Muskies will start off on offense going left to right on your screen. Looking back to last year, Kozad set the school record for rushing yards in the game, breaking his own record. 454 yards in that game, 5 touchdowns.
I ran out of fingers and toes that night.
That, by the way, is the 6th most in Iowa State high school football history. We are underway tonight. The ball fielded by Thompson at the 5. Looks for a hole. He's got a hole. Squeaks through that and gets almost to the 30-yard line, and that's where the Muskies will start off this evening. And there's number 24 running out on the field. That is a nice sight right there for all Muskie fans. We feared his season was over. He feared his season was over. Another chance to restart things this evening. Muskies will start off on the right hash. Two-back set. Some movement up front, and they were going to give the ball off to Ty, but movement and penalty on Hempstead. 5 yards the easy way. Same formation, 2 receivers off to the top of your screen. Kozad right behind his QB, who turns and gives it off to Ty. Ty goes through the middle a bit hesitantly, picks up a few yards, 3 yards, and it will set up a second down and about 2. Well, the big question is when he turns it in to second and third gear, right? Is he going to hesitate on that? Is he going to, trust his legs and go for it?
As you said, I think we'll find out very, very soon.
And there's Ty, and that's soon enough. Oh, one shoestring tackle away from breaking it all the way into Mustang territory down to the 45-yard line. And he's already got, I believe, 22 yards on the night as he marches closer to that career mark. Again, the give to Kozad. So what we learned here, the first 3 plays all go Ty Kozad's way. The coaching staff feels pretty confident in what he's got tonight.
You would have to assume so. I can't imagine that you'd be putting that much pressure on him that early if you didn't know he was 100% ready for it.
Second down and 8 upcoming for the Muskies. Send a receiver off to the top of your screen. Couple backs behind Gage. Takes the snap, and this time the give is to Cooper Yao, and not much there. On that counter, 3rd down and long upcoming now on this first drive of the night. Ball sits at the 43-yard line. This might be 4-down territory. If you can get this to about 4th and 3. Curtis under center. Turns. He's going to throw the ball. Rolls out. has Kozad out there. He makes the reception, breaks one tackle, down the sidelines near the 20-yard line. First down, Muskies. And this offense is just so different already.
It's amazing what having that option will do.
Just outside the red zone.
You can't put 11 guys in the box.
Nope. And I like throwing him the ball. That was a nice wrinkle right there. 1st and 10. Back to throw again on first down. Over the head of the intended receiver out there, Brookhart. When's the last time we saw a first down pass, though? That's I like it. Incomplete, but you get the defense. They can't pin their ears back and just focus on number 24 when you do stuff like that. Full house backfield here on 2nd down and 10. Kozad in the middle. The give is to Ty. Ty tries to get the corner, ducks inside, makes one man miss, looks for a block, and is down around the 16-yard line. Gain of 7 on the play. Third down and 4. They are in field goal range. Give to Kozad. Kozad sneaks through the first tackle and right near the line of scrimmage. I think he got it. They're stopping the clock. It's usually a good signal that they're going to move the chains. And they do call it a first down. 1st and 10. Muskies. As we'll credit 4 yards on the carry. Ball marked at the 13. Kozad and Brookhart in the backfield. The give is to Brookhart, a little reverse. Here, right up the middle, Cooper, yeah, that's a touchdown, Muskies. Muskies get fancy. They run the reverse. Cooper Yao finds the end zone. And Muscatine on the board first tonight. Jackson Othmer out to attempt the extra point. Very workmanlike drive for this Muskie offense. They march it down the field and get on the board first. Kick is up. The kick is right through the uprights, and with 8:06 to go first quarter, Muskies on top 7-0 on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network.
RIVO, the plumbing experts for Muscatine and surrounding areas, has moved. Our new location at 1109 Grandview Avenue offers spacious parking and a large open showroom. Employing experienced plumbers and carpenters, we specialize in remodeling entire bathrooms and kitchens. Imagine the possibilities. Stylish new faucets, sinks, shower units, bathtubs, and more, along with tankless water heaters and gas fireplaces. We also provide complete residential and commercial plumbing services. RIVO Incorporated. Call us for your next remodel.
Did we mention quality matters?
Welcome to our Cut Quality Center. Let's take a closer look.
Our mowers provide superior
Laser precision cut quality.
for a perfectly manicured lawn.
Let's break this down in science terms. This grass is cut good. This grass is cut not as good.
Hustler Turf. Mow like a pro.
Stop in to Muscatine Lawn.
Roland Glenbine and Chris Anderson back here at Muscatine. Muskies scoring first tonight. Nice drive down the field. 71 yards on the drive, capped off by Cooper Yao on the reverse. 13-yard touchdown. 35 yards rushing on that drive by Ty Kozad. Puts him about 60 yards away from getting that all-time career rushing record here at Muscatine High School.
I have a feeling he knows how far away from that he is.
I have a feeling he's going to do it on a touchdown run. He's got a flair for the dramatic. Here's the kickoff. Ball is fumbled. It's loose. Can they get on it? Oh, it's still loose. The Muskies diving forward, and it is Muscatine football. Well, there's a break.
You know, last game we talked about how there's these 50-50 plays that you've got to get them going your way. We got none of them against Iowa City West. There's one for us tonight.
It's just a whole different vibe out there, and you can score, and now you punch it in again, and all of a sudden you got a 3-0 team doubting themselves. That's exactly the start you wanted tonight. Kozad and Yao in the backfield. Curtis turns, the handoff to Kozad up the middle. Not a whole lot there. Small gain on first down. We'll call it 2 yards. Temperature cooling off a little bit. Really perfect night for football. Movement up front, and that's going to go against Muscatine right there. Some early movement by Jaden Torres, or excuse me, helps if I look at the right roster. Owen King, movement up front. 5-yard penalty on Muscatine. That sets them back now 2nd and 13 from the 17. You got Brookhart along with Kozad. The give to Kozad. Kozad's got a little room. Stutter steps, breaks the tackle, reaches. The ball is out, although the ground caused that fumble. It will remain a Muskie ball down at the 5-yard line. Gain of 12 for Kozad. If you're counting at home, we have them for 49 yards now on the night. Third down in about a foot. Curtis gives off Kozad. Kozad up the middle. Kozad near the goal line, reaching. Touchdown, Muskies! And a very subdued celebration from number 24 as he has his Muscatine Muskies on top 13-0 now right out the gate tonight.
How many lectures do you think he got about being safe and not going crazy during celebrations this week?
Because if you look at the injury and you replayed it, he didn't really start reaching for the hamstring until he was celebrating. And, yeah, flag on the play, some movement up front. Make this extra point 5 yards longer. A 25-yard extra point upcoming. A very excitable young man. It's a tough lesson to learn.
I will admit he's probably way more controlled than I would have been at his age.
So Othmer lines it up, trying to dot the I on this nice start. The kick is blocked. And the Muskies have to settle for 6 with 6:40 to go in this first quarter. It's been all Muscatine thus far. 13-0. We're right back on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network.
Welcome to the future. Imagined by visionaries, championed by leaders, and focused on results. Made real through hard work and a determination to build the things that people count on. Places where ideas are born, where progress fuels growth and strengthens communities. It's work that makes a difference. United Rentals. You're building the future. We're here to help.
When water service lines get damaged, customers often call us first. Remember, MPW is responsible for the water main. The water service line from the main to your home belongs to you. Damage is usually unexpected, and repairs can cost thousands. So don't wait until a problem occurs. Be prepared. Check your homeowner's policy and see if it's covered. If not, third-party.
Back here in Muscatine, Muskies out to a 13-0 lead against 3-0 Dubuque Hempstead. Last time we had this kickoff, it turned into a turnover. Othmer lets it fly, this time into the end zone, and that will be a touchback. And we'll get our first look at the Hempstead offense. Not the start you want. If you're head coach Jeff Horner and the Dubuque faithful, you don't see your quarterback on the field until you're losing 13-0.
That's not good math.
So they come out. It's more of a passing team. Again, a lot like what we saw last week against Iowa City West. Krug, the lefty, back to throw. Going to let it go deep and overshoots his receiver. Krug's got a big arm, a little too big on that first play. Looking for Matt Glennon. Second down play, the give up the middle, looking for some room to run. Not a whole lot there. Good job, Muskie's defensive line. Holds them to 2, maybe 3 yards on the play. That was Quinn Breitbach on the carry. Third down and 7 upcoming. Oh, boy. Pass into the flat. The ball is caught out there. Big play. First down. Good hands by the receiver, unlike somebody up here in the booth who's dropping microphones and scaring everybody at home. Hempstead goes with the kind of the sugar huddle. Nobody really huddles up. They just all kind of look over at the coach. Get the play, and we've got 10 seconds on the play clock. Plenty of time. Here's the handoff. Tries the right end. Still dancing on the feet up to about the 30-yard line is Breitbach. Breitbach, the leading rusher for this Mustang team. He's got 413 yards on the season, 4 touchdowns in the first 3 games. Second down and 3 upcoming for Hempstead.
I know you're all really worried. I am back and safe, folks.
The equipment, maybe not. Safe at least.
Well, you know, you would be amazed how much one screen window that doesn't work will change a man's world some days.
Here's Breitbach again. About a yard shy of the first down. Hempstead coming off a big win last week against their city rival, Dubuque Senior. 28-7. Senior off to an 0-3 start. We'll see them final week of the season. Get to make that trip up to Dalzall Field. Here's the give. Breitbach looks for some room and nothing there. Beautiful job by that defensive front, and a 4th down upcoming now for Hempstead. Sawyer Zeck leading the way on the stop. Hempstead has that offense on the field thus far, and looks like they were going to go for it here early. Big time play upcoming for this defense trying to get off the field on 4th down. Give to Breitbach. He stopped. He's close to it, but I don't think he has it.
I think the tackle could actually go to number 52 from their offensive line.
Let's see where they spot it. I don't think he got it. Looks like they're going to bring the chains out. Had to get pretty much right to that 43-yard line. And that ball is really still, he's going to be short on this one. Unless my eyes aren't great, and they're not. But even I can see he's got to be short on this. And the defense is leaving the field. They know he's short.
You'd think we could have some sort of laser technology, maybe a chip in the ball that could solve this problem for us.
Not even close. Look at that. These old eyes can still decipher that. So big stop by the defense, and everything's clicking on all cylinders out the gate in this first quarter for Muscatine. By the way, if Ty goes for a touchdown here on 1st down, I think he has the record. That would put him at 97 yards unofficially on the night. So there's your flair for the dramatic.
Sounds about right. Sounds about right, bud.
Not saying I'm calling it, but I'm kind of calling it.
You're calling it. It's okay.
They'll send one receiver off to the top of your screen. Full house. Almost a wishbone formation here. Here's Kozad. Kozad makes a couple of miss. He's to the 30 and all brought down. Got to that 2nd level, delivered some punishment, and moved the chains. Gain of 15 yards on the carry. Again, that wishbone look. The give and the fumble. Ball's loose. And I think Hempstead got it. Oh, boy. Thompson lost the ball. And Hempstead got a much-needed break. As we have a lineman down on the field right now. We'll take a break here while they attend to him. We'll be right back on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network.
River Rehab Physical Therapy. Feel better, move forward.
We are looking for a zero-turn lawnmower.
At Hustler Turf, quality matters.
Can I test drive that one?
In the store?
Even in the buying experience. We know you want to buy from someone who knows what they're talking about.
We're looking for a zero-turn mower.
Like
Great.
this guy.
First thing you need to know is what's the size of your property? Are there any obstacles?
Head to your local Hustler dealer and talk to a lawnmower expert.
Stop in to Muscatine Lawn and Power at 2020 Stewart Road to see Hustler quality for yourself.
The injured Muskie lineman Evan Frankie has to be helped off the field. Trainers will attend to him as they'll look at his right leg. Meanwhile, after the turnover, Hempstead back on the field. Krug back to pass, and heavy pressure by Cooper Yao. Had to get rid of it a little early. Incomplete. Again, just impressed with the play of Cooper Yao. Bringing it every play. Offense, defense, doesn't matter. 100%. 2nd down, 10. This is defense trying to come up big again. Keep Hempstead. A 3 and out, perhaps. Here's the give up the middle, spinning out of one tackle and brought down right at the 30-yard line. Brookhart on the tackle. That was Jaden Montgomery on the carry. Comes in with 132 yards on the season. Trips off to the top of your screen here on this 3rd down and 6. Another chance for this defense to get Hempstead off the field. Krug throws it out into the flat and throws it wide of his intended receiver, Glennon. And Hempstead's going to have to punt. But this is the best start we've seen for the Muskie defense, I think, to a game.
You know, you would like to think that the excitement of everything going on is getting...
It definitely is. You know, Ty's back, and I think everyone's a little more pumped up. And showing it. Here's some pressure on the punt. The kick gets away and will bounce at the 40 and take a Hempstead roll down to about the 25-yard line when it finally is all said and done. Just inside the 25, and that's where the Muskies come back out onto the field after that last drive ended abruptly on the fumble by Thompson. Was it Thompson or Yao? I'm trying to remember that last fumble. Thompson. Thank you. Still looking for that big play. 1st and 10. Here's the give Kozad. Kozad has some room, and you can tell he's just not quite to 100% yet. Doesn't have that next gear that we're used to seeing yet, but still comes up 10 yards on that 1st down carry. That brings him up to 79 unofficially on the night. Double wing formation. Yao goes in motion. The pitch is to Yao. Yao. Nice gain right there out to the 40. Good footwork by Cooper Yao, picking up 6 yards on that 1st and 10. Down to 1:20 to go in this first quarter. It's been all Muscatine thus far. This their 4th drive of this opening frame. First 2 resulted in touchdowns, the 3rd a fumble. Here's the wishbone look. And the give. And that's a 1st down again. Got to hang on to the ball. Cooper Yao has it into Hempstead territory down to the 48. About 15 yards for Cooper Yao. And we're in the final minute of the first quarter. We'll switch the lineup for the first time tonight, and there's a whistle, and Muscatine's going to call timeout right there. Coach didn't like how that play looked on the field, so they'll talk it over and reset. We'll take a quick timeout, be right back with the 1st and 10 play upcoming here in the final minute of the first quarter.
Muskie Sports are brought to you by Muscatine Power and Water, Muscatine Lawn and Power, RIVO Plumbing and Heating, UnityPoint Health, Trinity Muscatine, Bear of Muscatine, Muscatine Church of Christ, H&J Cards, It Takes a Village Animal Rescue and Resources, Impact Fitness and Nutrition, Zach Fry at the Lee Agency, Big Brothers Big Sisters of Muscatine, Muscatine Symphony Orchestra, Josiah Anderson at Real Estate Resource Associates, Star Collectibles, Harper Cycling and Fitness, Muscatine Charities, and a special shout out to Mississippi Pearl Photography for all those great pictures of your Muscatine Muskies.
Roland Clement, Chris Anderson back here in Muscatine. Muskies moving the ball again. Could be the final play of this first quarter. Here's a little rollout. Oh, now a lot of room to run down the sidelines. Touchdown, Muscatine, Aiden Lopez. Well, that timeout is a success right there. They saw something they liked, and boy, did it pay off.
That's why they give them to you, and that's why you use them all when you can.
48-yard reverse touchdown by Aiden Lopez.
Othmer set to put the extra point in, make it 20-0 Muscatine.
Kick is up and through the uprights. And we'll keep it here on this. Just 12 seconds to go in the first quarter. Boy, I tell you what, I expected this to be a game that the Muskies could and would win. I believe, I don't know if I said that on air, but I said it to you beforehand that I thought they were going to win tonight. I did not expect it to be 20-0, though, in the first quarter.
I absolutely did not. And, you know, I'm always the conservative one. I'm always the one like, okay, yes, it's exciting, yes, but let's see how it all actually plays out when you get on the field. And, you know, I'm never not happy to be wrong on that. I love it.
And this offense is a different offense. And Ty is not 100%. You can tell that right now. He's not. He doesn't have that extra gear right now, but it doesn't matter because he's out there. He's that threat. He can still, at 80%, be better than most running backs in the state. And now you got these other guys who have played the last couple of weeks, have that experience and that confidence, and they're stepping up tonight. And this is just kind of a beautiful recipe right now for Muscatine.
Well, and especially going back to that, I believe it was the first series with the throw to Ty.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let him come all in the box. Make him do something and think outside of the box.
Yeah, the game plan has been perfect right so far. And, boy, the results as well. Here's the kick. Othmer lets them return it. And up the gut to about the 26-yard line and just 6 seconds on the clock. Time for one final play in this first quarter. But you can't let the foot off the gas right now, and I don't expect them to, but that's always kind of like, okay, we got this. That's the danger right now, is keeping the foot on the gas pedal. This is a team that is 3-0 for a reason. They can put up a lot of points on this offense. And look at this defensive set right now. This is something out of Coach Harbaugh, isn't it?
I wasn't going to say it, but I'll smile and nod.
There's a nice gain for the Mustangs as they get the ball near midfield. And that's how the first quarter will end, but it's been all Muscatine.
Nope, I think we get one more. We have .02.
Oh, they'll wind the clock, though, and that will end it. And we'll take a break.
They're going to do it. Come on, they can do it.
They can't do it. The clock, it should be zeros. Why they just wind the clock?
No.
The guys next door just need to see what's going on. There we go.
There we go.
All right, and after one quarter, it's all Muscatine. 20-0. We'll be right back on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network.
Muskie Sports are brought to you by Muscatine Power and Water, Muscatine Lawn and Power, RIVO Plumbing and Heating, UnityPoint Health, Trinity Muscatine, Bear of Muscatine, Muscatine Church of Christ, H&J Cards, It Takes a Village Animal Rescue and Resources, Impact Fitness and Nutrition, Zach Fry at the Lee Agency, Big Brothers Big Sisters of Muscatine, Muscatine Symphony Orchestra, Josiah Anderson at Real Estate Resource Associates, Star Collectibles, Harper Cycling and Fitness, Muscatine Charities, and a special shout out to Mississippi Pearl Photography for all those great pictures of your Muscatine Muskies.
You know RIVO as expert plumbers, but did you know RIVO can also be your one source for complete bathroom and kitchen remodels? With professional craftsmen doing the job for more than 30 years, experienced in tile, carpentry, and of course plumbing, RIVO can transform a dreary basement into an elegant bathroom and upgrade a worn-out kitchen using inspirational design and quality brands. Before you stand in line at a big box store, call RIVO Incorporated and see how a home...
Back here to start quarter number 2. Quarterback keeps it off the option. Perhaps not the correct call by Carter Krug, as the Muskie defense all over that option play. No gain. Second down and 10 upcoming. Check out some other scores from around the area for you here in a little bit. Busy night of high school football, week 4. Already week 4. Nearly the midway point of the season.
Sure doesn't feel like it.
Nope. Here's the give, and not a lot there by Race Benham.
Probably because it's only our second home game.
True. You know, I was doing some preparation for week 2, and that's something I didn't get to mention on the air. Davenport Central, they get 5 home games this year. You either get 5 or 4. You trade that off every year. But 2 of their road games are against Davenport West and Davenport North. So 7 of their 9 games are at Brady Street Stadium this year.
Wow. That's how you save on your bus bill.
Yeah. And they play a game at Bettendorf. I can't remember what the 9th game was. That's going to be overthrown and intercepted. Darnell comes away with the pick. And that's the second turnover of the night for this Muscatine football team. Well, Thompson basically playing center field out there.
I think he knows how to do that.
Yeah, you always talk about his baseball abilities, and boy, he flagged that one down right there. Muskie's back out on the field looking for more. They'll start way back at about the 13-yard line. Here's the turn, the give to Ty. Ty right into a mass of humanity. And nothing on that carry, and now a late flag coming. That one looks like it's going to come against Muscatine. Somebody said something wrong, and within earshot of the official.
Yeah, we had that problem last week.
Yeah, and you shouldn't have that problem up 20-0. You gotta keep a cooler head right there. You're just kind of shooting yourself in the foot. You had a 2nd and 10. That's going to be half the distance right now, and you're in the shadow of your own end zone. Not a mistake you could be making. So the ball all the way back to the 7. They got to get it up to about the 24-yard line for a first down. We'll call it 2nd and 17. Curtis turns. A handoff. And again, not a lot, although Kozak keeps the feet moving. And makes 7 yards out of what looked like it was going to be 0. For those counting at home, we now have Ty up to 86 yards, about 9 or 10 shy of that all-time career rushing record at Muscatine High School. Play clock down to 10. Muskies have to hurry a bit here. They get up to the line of scrimmage down to 5. Got to get this ball off quickly. Curtis does. Here's to give Thompson. Thompson, and a flag comes in as he picked up maybe a yard on that 3rd and 10 carry. So we check out what the flag will be. Holding on the Muskies. They'll decline that, and out comes Jackson Oathmer to punt this ball away. And if ever you need Oathmer to get the foot into one, now is the time, as he'll be close to his own goal line kicking this one away.
According to the legendary Roger Bates, he has 12 yards remaining.
Nine, 12, yeah. We'll go with that. There's a high punt, short punt, and it's bobbled again. The ball's loose, and Hempstead gets it back. And actually had a nice little gain on the play all the way out to the 40. Again, the high kick causing some problems for this Mustang return team. Officials are kind of discussing on if the ball carrier can advance his own muff. I believe he can. Now, had the defense come up with that, they would not have been able to advance the ball. And had another Hempstead player come up with it, I don't think he could have advanced it either. But seeing the player that muffed it picked it up himself, I think he is able to advance the ball, and that's what the discussion right now is at the 40-yard line.
You always wonder where these combinations of who can do what come from. Why couldn't his teammate advance it? Why can't we? I understand there's the concept of, well, then they'll muff it on purpose. Why would you do that? That's silly, right? Just let the ball play.
I'm guessing there had to be a crazy play sometime in the history of the game, and someone said, no, that's not a good idea. Let's make a rule.
Overzealous knee-jerk reaction by league bureaucrats is what I hear. Just let them play.
So Hempstead starts off with their best starting field position of the game all the way down to the 41-yard line. And Krug, a fumble! Breitbach picks it up. And I tell you what, Hempstead is not have their heads in the game right now. Several mistakes early, and they avert danger again for the second time in 2 plays there, putting the ball on the ground.
You hope this is a sign of good things to come. If you can rattle a team that's 3-0, you're in their head. Keep it going.
Back to throw, Krug. The lefty lets it go, has his man, has the first down, bounces off a tackle down to the 24-yard line. So Colton Zweibomer on the catch. A very good German name out of the city of Dubuque. A lot of ethnic names. I lived in Dubuque for a few years. It's always fun seeing some of the last names up in that city. Here's Breitbach, another German name. Has it down to the 20-yard line. So again, it's 20-0, but this game far from over. If Hempstead punches it in here, it's a ball game again. You can't let off the foot on the old gas pedal. Here's the give, Breitbach, and he's gobbled up at the line of scrimmage. Nowhere to run there. A group of Muskies on that tackle.
I think that was literally all of them.
Andy Frankie, I'll give him credit. He was on the bottom of the pile. But yes, definitely a group effort. Brings up 3rd down. Trip receivers to the bottom. Krug back to throw, looking towards that way, has his receiver, has some work to do, and has just enough to move the sticks. Zweibomer again. Nearing the midway mark of this second quarter. Long as this Muscatine defense is gone this season, keeping another team off the board. Here's the give to Breitbach. Direct snap and down to about the 5-yard line. So into the trickery part of the playbook goes Hempstead. And they pick up about 8 yards on that. Again, you have kind of a wildcat formation here with Breitbach lining up at the quarterback position. Here's the snap, and he'll run to the right and get close to the end zone, and does get into the end zone. Touchdown, Mustangs. Little dancing in the end zone, and the official has a word or two with Breitbach about that. There'll be no fun here, young man. Go to college and play at Colorado if you want fun. There'll be no fun here.
That's right. No fun in Muscatine. That's how we roll.
High snap. The kick is down. It is up and good. And Mustangs are on the board. 6:02 to go, quarter number 2. Muscatine continues to lead now 20-7.
Town Professional can refresh and improve your home.
At Hustler Turf, quality matters, especially in the strength and durability of our mowers. So you know your Hustler will stand the test of time. We think the difference is obvious. With our welded fabricated steel deck, high-strength 11-gauge one-piece frame, and the precision control of our smooth track steering, anyone can mow like a pro.
Stop in to Muscatine Lawn and Power at 2020 Stewart Road to see Hustler quality for yourself.
From a clogged toilet to a complete sewer line replacement, RIVO is a modern plumbing company designed to respond quickly to all shapes and sizes of plumbing needs. Bringing in our heavy equipment to replace cracked gas lines or designing clever piping systems for new construction plumbing, a family-owned company that's reliably honest and remarkably affordable. Right here in Muscatine, all day long, every day of the week. RIVO Incorporated, skill, knowledge, and tools to solve the messiest problems.
Back here in Muscatine, Roland Glembine alongside Chris Anderson. Glad you could join us tonight on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network. A good night for the Muskies thus far. They lead 20-7. However, Hempstead finally getting on the board here in the second quarter. That kickoff is short, fielded by the up man. And the return out to about the 38-yard line is Gavin Wade. So now it kind of falls. This is a big drive for this offense. They got to answer back, right? You don't want to go 3 and out. You don't want to give Hempstead the ball back and let him keep the momentum right now. You want to at least drive down the field, take some time off this clock, and have at least that 13-point lead going into the break.
Or, there's always an or.
Or we score a touchdown.
We score a touchdown now. Give him the ball with 5:40 left.
Back to throw, looking deep. Thompson down the sidelines, pushes off. He was close to being out of bounds. He was, folks. This is coming back, and it's the right call. His feet were out of bounds. We have a replay of that or not, but his feet were out of bounds.
We'll see if Chris got it.
Thompson thinks he scored. It was a nice catch. I feel like he may have pushed off a bit, got away with that.
Actually, if they give him the catch, after the catch, he didn't go out of bounds.
but when he caught the ball, were his feet out of bounds? That's what it looked like to me on the initial look. He definitely was out of bounds for a moment there.
It was down.
Did he come back and did he establish himself to make the catch?
It looked like he did.
Well, bookmark that one.
Nope, that's too far back.
Not sure what the delay is here. Now we have a flag. And this is going to, again, be one of those not physical but verbal flags. And I believe it's going to be on that Muskie coaching staff. They didn't like that call. And it looks like they may have an argument. It was very close on that sideline as to when his feet got back in bounds. They had a very good view of it, though. We'll give them that. It happened right on their sidelines.
Let's see here.
Maybe we can take a look at halftime. Maybe?
Yeah, we'll take a look.
We'll get another
we've
look
got
at
it here
halftime
somewhere,
on
folks.
it.
We'll make sure that we
got
know
the shot
exactly what happened.
Exactly. Here's the give, and it looks like Kozad picking up a couple of yards on the play. Well, that is one of those 50-50 type plays, right? We talked about so close to being a touchdown. A little option, the pitch to Brookhart, and brought down pretty much immediately there, a couple of yards on that.
You know, I got to spend about an hour with the three Brookhart boys this morning.
Yeah.
Had a great conversation, great interview. We'll be working on that for you for next week because, you know, it's not very often that you get three brothers, triplets, twins, playing on the same football team.
No. And you kept them straight.
It was actually easier than you would think.
Yeah. Because there was a whole thing when they went to preschool.
We actually talked about that.
Yeah. Kozad, nice carry there. However, they needed 19 yards. And he only picked up about 7 on the carry.
You would think Huey, Dewey, and Louie, they thought Alvin, Simon, Theodore. Oh. And the only place you'll learn which one was which is on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network.
So we have a flag on the play. Now, I would think you'd want to decline this, right? It would be a 4th down upcoming. They do decline it. So that was a 7-yard carry by Ty Kozad, who I now have 4 yards shy of the record.
Is that off Rogers' 12?
That was off of, yes.
Okay.
And out is Oathmer to punt the ball away. Another high one. We'll see. The Mustangs want no part of this. It does take a nice bounce, and they'll run away from it. Perhaps a smart call, seeing how their night is gone. And a great kick by Oathmer all the way back to the 27-yard line. And that's where the Mustangs will take over with 4:05 left on the clock. And you know, we hope to take another look at that play at halftime. And that's just one of those that hopefully it won't matter at the end. But right now, you're looking at that could have been a touchdown. And, again, a 20-point lead afterwards. I saw his feet. I don't know if his feet were inbounds or outbounds when the catch was made, but I definitely saw he was out of bounds for a second
It looked like he had come back in and reestablished.
Yep,
but
that's the question mark right there. There's the catch out in the flat, and nice job pursuing out there. I think Dayton Truesdale on the tackle. We don't have it in our budget yet to have our replay commentator like they do with the Sunday
I'm sure.
afternoons.
You know, it's funny. That's one I could probably get a couple of guys to volunteer for.
Ed Pereiro or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Here's the throw over in this side flat, and again the ball is caught. And a first down, Hempstead. That's Matt Glennon. Nice run after the catch. And we're down to 3:20 left in this first half. And this is a big, big drive right now for this Muskie defense. Keep Hempstead off the board. There's the give. Breitbach made the first guy miss, but Cooper Yao there assisting on the tackle, along with Eli Trozen. So Trozen and Yao doing a nice 1-2 job there on that tackle. And second down, about 9.5 upcoming now for Hempstead. They're playing for the boot over in Iowa City tonight. City High leads Iowa City West 9-0 at halftime. Little screen play. Somehow they get it away to Breitbach. And that play, it looked like it was going nowhere. Ends up being a first down for Hempstead. They'll wind the clock as it ticks down towards the 2-minute mark. Hempstead now into Muskie territory. Send trips down to the bottom of your screen. One solo receiver towards the top. Krug fakes the handoff, throws over the middle. The ball is caught, and racing to the end zone is Matt Glennon. And all of a sudden, we have ourselves a ball game. Well, the only good thing to say about that is there's still 1:50 left on the clock, a chance for the Muskies to do something on offense.
And with the way our offense strikes, that is absolutely a doable task.
Well, Hempstead will get the ball to start the second half as they deferred. That kick is good, and all of a sudden it is now 20-14. Muscatine's lead is just 6, and this is a spot in the game where you'd like Darnell to break a little something here. You know, he just had that touchdown controversial call taken away from him on that last drive. How about coming back and getting a nice return? Get this momentum back going into halftime.
You know, after the way you started, the last thing you want to do is go into halftime feeling deflated, because you shouldn't, right?
No.
With the way you started, if you can just pull a little bit of that back, break a little something, even if it's a field goal, put something back on the board, get the clock killed, get in, get some oranges and juice, and come back out for the second half.
And you have one of the best kickers in the state on your side, so it won't take a whole lot to get this ball into field goal range. Not a whole lot of wind out there tonight. I look at the flag, and it's basically just hanging straight down, so wind will not be helpful or hurtful on any potential kick upcoming. It's like Lopez and Thompson awaiting this kick. Should be returnable. Hempstead does not have a touchback all season. And this one is fielded by Lopez at the 5. He's out to the 20. Needs a block. And still on his feet. See where they mark him out of bounds. Nice job of picking up another 5-6 yards there along the sidelines, and that's pretty good field position to start off at the 37-yard line. So 1:43 to go. You still have, I believe, 2 timeouts in your back pocket.
Yes. No, 1. Two.
Should be 2. And again, this could be a record run upcoming. Here's the give to Kozad. He breaks free, and that should do it as he goes down. That is a new record right there. Ty Kozad, Muscatine's all-time leading rusher.
Here it comes,
as
folks.
He picked up 10 yards on that play. Here's the turn, the give to Kozad. Kozad has the ball into Mustang territory. Another 6 yards, 7 yards there.
And there it is, Ty's new record, 27-60 and a little extra to boot.
Again, the give to Ty. Ty has the first down. That will stop the clock as he's down to the 40.
And that's another career rushing record right there, folks.
Just keep putting up the graphic. Ty just broke his own record, folks.
Again. Yeah, just put that in.
Over the 100-yard mark on the night. Here's the little trick play they scored on earlier. Cooper Yao has the ball down to the 33. Under a minute to play. You'll see if you use your timeout here. And they will stop the clock. And the Muskies smartly do use their second timeout.
And look at that big board.
With 39 seconds to go.
He is there.
Well, there's the official PA announcement.
It's not official till Al Hilton and Roger Bates say it's official.
So congratulations, Ty Kozad. We waited a few more weeks than we thought we were going to have to, but it's in the rightful place right now.
And speaking of that, quick shout out to Zara Stoltzfus, who's been running the board the last couple home games, done a tremendous job of getting new videos up there, new graphics, so all the people here in Muscatine Community Stadium can enjoy that big old board we got over there.
So back to football. Now you got the ball at the 33. That's a 50-yard field goal from where they are right now, where they don't make another yard. You still have a timeout in your back pocket, 1 left. And you still have 39 seconds on the clock. Yao goes in motion. The give to Kozad. Kozad up the middle. Kozad, a nice move. He's free to the 20, down to the 10. Still on his feet. Inside the 10, down to the 7. That will stop the clock to move the chains. And now a late flag comes in again. That was after the play was over. The sideline official heard something.
Of course they did.
And they were within earshot only of the Muskies, so that's a personal foul on Muscatine again. Well, it was funny. Both officials were right there, and the head official didn't throw his flag. The other gentleman took exception to what was said, and we don't know what was said, but and now we're going to have a second. Okay, so that makes things better, as now we have a personal foul come out of really nowhere on Hempstead, so they offset.
Does it really make it better, though?
Well,
I mean,
it does because
but
it's offset and the ball's down where it was.
But
so.
had you not and they did, you'd still be ahead. So,
but it's still nice that they caught both sides of it instead of just catching the second blow, as often is the case. The clock is rung. Here we go. Here's the give. The reverse. Cooper Yao. Yao needs the corner. Yao's got the corner, and the Muskies have a much-needed touchdown. With just 21 seconds on the clock, Cooper Yao strikes again.
You know, you often talk about balanced offenses. When you do, you talk about run pass more often than not. But I think we've got a new kind of balanced offense here. Ty Kozad, Cooper Yao.
And it's that same play they scored on earlier, that double handoff play, reverse play, and it has worked here tonight. I don't know if I've seen it yet this season until tonight. And the kick is good, and boy, does that make a difference right there.
That makes halftime feel a lot better, I would have to think.
Especially seeing, again, Hempstead will get the ball to start the third quarter. That touchdown is so meaningful right there. You don't want to give them the ball back with a chance to take the lead right out of the gate in the third quarter. You kind of build your cushion back up. You take the momentum back away from them. Hopefully, there's still 21 seconds left.
Well, that's what I was just going to say is, you know, let's not put the cart before the horse. Let's make sure that we get these 21 seconds off, and then absolutely.
Yep, this is where you just want to see, I would assume you want to see Jackson just kick it into the end zone. Although they've had a really tough time fielding the ball thus far. But
you know, again, if this were a video game, I think you squib kick it at them and see what happens. Maybe you pick it up on the 15 and put it back in again.
It's funny how you say you're so conservative, but yet the video game you is just the anti-you.
It absolutely is, yes. Because it's a different algorithm. You play the algorithm.
I feel like the video game you is the you really want to be.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because there's absolutely zero consequences if you screw up.
(27-14), a high-scoring first half here tonight.
You know, it's kind of like my humor. It's a high wire act. You just go for it. No risk, no reward, right?
Right. Jackson Oathmer to put the orange foot to the football. It is a line drive kick. That one will find the end zone. No chance for a return there, and that's the job I think you want him to do with just 21 seconds on the clock. I would think Hempstead would just take a knee here, being that they get the ball to start the second half, but I've been wrong before. Hempstead coached by Hempstead alum Jeff Horner. He's in his 4th year at his alma mater. Start off at the 20, and Mustangs will approach the line. Muskies just kind of, I'm sure will kind of peel off into a prevent type defense right here, as they will come out in a throwing formation. Trip receivers to the bottom. They do have all 3 timeouts. So, and speaking of timeouts, the Muskies saw what Hempstead's plan was, and now they'll talk about it with their defense here, knowing that they're not just going to take a knee.
Right, and that's, again, wise use. If you're not 100% confident, absolutely take it, pull them back in, reset, and go.
You can't use the timeouts at Target or Hy-Vee. They don't buy you anything, so you might as well use them. We're back home again next week. Homecoming, Davenport West comes to town. Another team that they're coming off a playoff appearance last year. Davenport West off to a nice start to the season, 2-1, as they're playing Davenport Central tonight. We'll check in on that score here in a little bit, but you figure they're going to be favorites to win that one. Should probably come into town with a 3-1 record next week. Another tough test.
Quick programming note on homecoming. Yes, folks, Discover Muscatine will be broadcasting the homecoming parade for you and coronation, like always.
So very soft defense here, and there comes a screen play. Almost hit the lineman in the back. Breitbach does catch it, picks up about 9 yards. The clock will keep running. Down to 10 seconds. Hempstead not calling one of their timeouts yet, and that looks like should be it for the first half of play. And the clock strikes 0, and we head to halftime. And you got to like the way that scoreboard looks going to the break. The Muskies on top, 27-14. Halftime show is next here on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network.
Have you heard the littlest things can make the biggest difference? Every day, bigs and littles are connecting in our community. Their time together can look a little different, but the goals and outcomes are the same. Littles are building confidence, forming better relationships, a sense of belonging, and achieving big goals. But there are more kids just like me who are still waiting. Will you join us in making more matches possible? Support big brothers, big sisters.
At Hustler Turf, quality matters, especially when it comes to the driving experience.
Let's take a closer look.
Our legendary smooth track steering provides buttery smooth turns, making maneuvering around obstacles a breeze. Unlike the jerky feel of other options, our smooth track steering is so effortless, anyone could make short work of the lawn. Hustler Turf, mow like a pro.
Stop in to Muscatine Lawn and Power at 2020 Stewart Road to see Hustler quality for yourself.
RIVO, the plumbing experts for Muscatine and surrounding areas, has moved. Our new location at 1109 Grandview Avenue offers spacious parking and a large open showroom. Employing experienced plumbers and carpenters, we specialize in remodeling entire bathrooms and kitchens. Imagine the possibilities. Stylish new faucets, sinks, shower units, bathtubs, and more, along with tankless water heaters and gas fireplaces. We also provide complete residential and commercial plumbing services. RIVO Incorporated. Call us for your next remodel.
Did we mention quality matters?
Welcome to our Cut Quality Center. Let's take a closer look.
Our mowers provide superior
Laser precision cut quality
for a perfectly manicured lawn.
Let's break this down in science terms. This grass is cut good. This grass is cut not as good.
Hustler Turf, mow like a pro.
Stop in to Muscatine Lawn and Power at 2020 Stewart Road to see Hustler quality for yourself.
Welcome to the future.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. We're going to get you a little bit of the halftime show here from the Muskie Marching Band. Obviously, as always, we remind you that we do our best to show what we can. Obviously, audio-wise, because of copyright issues, we won't be able to have a lot of the sound because we'll get kicked off by the YouTube and Facebook police. All the more reason to make sure that you come out to the stadium to enjoy the Muskie Marching Band.
The theme is baseball. You can see that. Put Me In Coach is going to be in there. There's some organ music. It's a good routine. We saw it in week 1. And, don't listen, but watch. So, first half, pretty good. Pretty good on both sides of the ball, really. 27 points on the board as Cooper Yao has a couple of touchdowns. Ty Kozed comes the school's all-time leading career rusher as I have him at about 111 yards in that first half. So, and you can tell he doesn't have the 100% of that throttle back yet. But again, he is still breaking off some nice gains, and it's such a difference having him back.
It is. It's obviously changed the way the defenses can approach the Muskie offense. And even if he were at 100%, or almost 100%, it's not worth risking it at this point, right? You've changed the offense enough by just getting him back on the field that you can let him run 70, 80% and not have to worry about, do I have to take that extra gear out and test it now? Let's give it another week before we hit top gear.
Yep, and he'll hopefully make it through the night, get the W, and be even stronger next week for homecoming against another tough test in Davenport West.
As we talk about homecoming coming up, a couple quick programming notes. Don't forget, we won't be covering this, but you can actually stream the volleyball team tomorrow from West Liberty. They'll be there pretty much all day. I think it's a 4 or 5 game tournament for Bailey Lukowski's volleyball team. And a quick shout out to her mom, Michelle Lukowski, who's been watching a lot of the volleyball games and has also become a fan of watching Muskie football as well. So, gotta love crossover fans that follow the Muskies from sport to sport to sport and hang out with us.
I thought you were going to say she was a fan of ours, but.
Well, I've heard that she does enjoy us a little bit, but.
As much as anyone can, I guess.
And I'll tell you, folks, when Toby and I do volleyball, we are, what you might call simplistic enjoyers of the game. We may get a little excited, but the girls are a blast to watch. Those girls, man. Jansen just got her 500th career kill last week. We've got digs. We've got 2 girls coming up on 500 career kills. Could possibly happen tomorrow or next week. So that's a program that's definitely found its groove. Really proud to see how they're, even just the growth from first game of the season till now.
Yeah, come on out and head on out. You said West Liberty tomorrow?
Yeah, West Liberty, and they will be streaming it. They stream it on YouTube for free, so you don't have to mess with all those, gadgety gadgets and try and pay money to watch kids play high school sports.
On the scoreboard tonight, some games of note. Pleasant Valley has a 14-3 lead against Cedar Rapids Prairie at halftime. Prairie, a tough team. That's a big game there at Spartan Stadium tonight. Bettendorf is on top of Linn-Mar, a team we'll get a good look at here in a couple of weeks. Bettendorf leads 21-14 over the Lions. Halftime there. Urbandale is on top of Dubuque Senior, another one of our future opponents, 23-12 as they're late in the second quarter. Senior yet to win a ball game on the season. That's the few scores I tracked down here. It continues to be 9-0 City High over Iowa City West. And this is it's always important. You kind of want to cheer for the teams on your schedule because the better they do, the better chance you have of getting into the playoffs and getting a higher seed once you get into the playoffs.
Especially if you're on the bubble there.
Mm-hmm. And thus far, it's been a good start. I think 16-11 is the record of Muscatine's opponents thus far. So anytime you get over 500, that's going to be good. So 16-11, that gives you some wiggle room as the season moves on.
And again, shout out to that Cedar Rapids Jefferson team. What a turnaround.
I don't have one of their scores yet tonight, but they are playing a very winnable game against Des Moines East, who's a winless team, and Des Moines East lost to Des Moines North, a team that Jefferson already beat. So they should really go 4-0 tonight.
Well, and here on the diamond, the guests are tied with the Muskies 2-2 in the bottom of the ninth. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. So it's not quite, it's a full count, but it's not 2 outs yet.
He just took 3 swings at that. I'm not sure what that was.
Wait, and why are we playing Take Me Out to the Ball Game in the middle of the ninth?
These are great questions that you should pose to the band director.
It's funny. I will actually text Mr. Hyde that question right now, and we'll see if we can have an answer because, folks, as always, Discover Muscatine does not leave any stone unturned.
I do dig the scoreboard, though.
No, it's absolutely awesome. I think this is probably the most engaging, enjoyable halftime show I've seen in quite a while.
Yes. And those bases are huge. And right now you can't hear, but James Earl Jones is talking right now during this. His talk about baseball from, of course, the iconic movie
Field of Dreams.
Field of Dreams, the movie every Iowan has to watch by the time they're 7.
I was actually reading an article online about somebody who, as an adult, watched Field of Dreams for the first time and was absolutely amazed by it. I'm like, how did you make it to adulthood without watching? I mean, I know it's an Iowa thing, but
it is a classic movie.
are we going to get Shoeless Joe? I'm also very disappointed at the moment. I've sent Mr. Hyde a text, and he has not looked at his phone immediately. He appears to have a computer in his hand doing something important, controlling the show.
Well, they're now playing Put Me in Coach. Another score, Davenport North on the wrong side of things at halftime, 7-3. It's a barn burner in Waterloo tonight. Waterloo West on top of North, 7-3. We'll see North the second to last week of the season. They'll make the trip down here this year.
Also coming up next week of homecoming on the 18th, the boys and girls cross country teams will be out at Weed Park with their home invitational there. So you go out, enjoy them. You don't get to see them as often. The varsity golf team will actually be out at Pheasant Ridge. But then we also have the volleyball team on Tuesday. And then we are back on Friday for homecoming.
The only problem I have with this is that you can't end the show with a 2-2 game. Could we not have given the Muskies a run in the bottom of the 9th inning?
Oh my goodness, Jeff.
This is what I need improved for next week.
I will have a discussion with Mr. Hyde about this.
I need one run added in the bottom of the 9th.
Yes.
And a little walk-off win.
Yep. Little vinyl sticker you can put up there or something.
Very friendly hitter-friendly ballpark though. Just 270 down the line.
It was and it looked like a short 270.
Yeah.
But absolutely tremendous job by the MHS band. We kid because we care, folks.
Yeah, it's all in good love for sure.
I will absolutely say this: Mr. Hyde is, we get the privilege of working with a lot of the instructors at MHS, and Mr. Hyde is absolutely tremendous. His sense of humor rivals mine in its greatness.
Oh, wow.
Yes, it is that good, folks.
Wow.
Please tell him I said that if anybody happens to know Mr. Hyde out there in the viewing audience. He won't believe you, though. So Muskies lead 27-14 as we count down at the end of half. What do you think we're going to see in the second half out of the Muskies, Mr. Rowland?
I think if it ain't broke, let's not fix it. It's always about adjusting, and right now, I like the way they're playing. I like the counters they're running. They're throwing in the pass a little bit more tonight. I don't think there's anything really on offense you need to change. Defensively, you gave up a big play or two, but they've done a pretty good job on that side of the ball as well. You know that the Mustangs are going to come out and throw the ball around, especially on the wrong end, the wrong end of the scoreboard right now for them. But I like how things are looking right now for sure. This is a team that took a blow there in that second quarter, but came back and got that cushion again. And now perhaps the biggest drive of this game is this first drive out of the gate here, because if the Mustangs come down and score, all of a sudden it's a 6-point game again. They have the momentum back. If you can shut them down on this first drive, get this ball back, go down and score yourself first, that's who scores next is kind of the tail of the tape here and what we're going to see in this second half.
Why don't we take a quick break? We got about 2 minutes before they take the field again, so we'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
Flyover right now.
Achieving big goals. But there are more kids just like me who are still waiting. Will you join us in making more matches possible? Support Big Brothers, Big Sisters.
Well, back here about to start the second half. Muscatine on top 27-14, and they'll kick this away, and the Muskies will be going left to right here in the third quarter. Jackson Othmer puts the boot to it, and it will be returnable inside the 5. And a nice open field tackle out there. Nice job on the special teams unit. Bryce Reisenberg making the open field tackle, and that saved at least 10, 15 yards. And pits Hempstead all the way back to about the 15-yard line to start this drive.
If that doesn't get your defense pumped up, I don't know what does.
And you got Reisenberg, a kid that doesn't play a whole lot, plays special teams and gets his chance, and, you know, it takes everybody, and that's a great showing of just what that does. And, again, we're doing the hardball defensive alignment. Everybody lines up in a straight line and then goes to where they eventually end up. Here's the give up the middle, and not a whole lot there. Again, the Muskie defense is there. It's Nico Arceo on the stop. Loss of 1 on the play. Nico Arceo, one of the hearts of this defense, always seems to be in the middle of the play. Second 11 to the air. They go out in the flat. And Aiden Lopez with an ankle tackle. And that will bring up 3rd down. And the Muskies have a chance here to get out. 3 and out. 3rd down and 5 upcoming. Hempstead will go to a 3-receiver set. Matt Glennon towards the bottom of your screen. Twin receivers towards the top. Rolling out to the right, the lefty throws it high and over the head. Incomplete. Aiden Lopez was there just in case to take the feet out of the intended receiver, and out comes the punting unit. So that's just what the doctor ordered right there for the Muskies. Defense answers the call, gives up 5 yards, nothing more.
Mr. Hyde has responded that they scored 4 runs at the end. Did we miss that? Well, yes, I did, but they didn't make the scoreboard. So we assumed that it was like a penalty flag or something, and they pulled them back.
And that punt takes a huge bounce. Yeah, we did miss that.
Well, I mean, I saw it, but I mean, I guess I assumed that if it doesn't make the scoreboard, it's not real. Right?
Yes. Yeah, we just want that fixed. Just give me the scoreboard.
You know, we've got this huge video board. You could even flash a big Muskies win up on the video board at the end.
Well, I think they added a run during the show.
Sure. I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know. I'm sure Mr. Hyde will clarify this all for me in very articulate, demonstrative terms shortly.
Muskie offense back out on the field. First time, second half, and here's the give to Cooper Yao. Yao has the corner, and one tackle away from breaking that. Picks up about 4 yards on first down carry. And that's all you can ask for, first down. The 2nd and 6, very manageable. You stay in front of the sticks. Thompson comes back into the game.
It also keeps them on their heels. You know, when you say, like, okay, yes, you're in front of the sticks, that's the big advantage of it. Not just the down and distance, but just you're keeping the defense from being able to pin their ears back and come at you.
Here's Kozad hit in the backfield. Makes that man miss. He's still on his feet. Still fighting. It almost broke it. Well, there you go. Now there's 2 flags thrown by, like, the same guy. How does he have 2 flags out there?
Let's see, folks. We've got 1, 2.
That was from the far side of the field.
3 with a horse collar at the end.
I'm just perplexed by who threw the flag. It was nowhere. It was nowhere close, and we have a personal foul on both players. That's why we had 2 flags. Now, I didn't know that. I didn't know officials carried 2 flags in their back pocket. Maybe not all of them do, but that gentleman on the far sidelines has 2 flags, and he threw them both.
Potentially it's in his hat. Maybe his sleeve.
That's the first time in decades of watching football I've seen the same guy throw 2 different flags.
He's an overachiever.
He came prepared. And he's talking to the coach over there, and this isn't over yet. They're kind of still exchanging words. And now they'll finally mark the ball in play as that conversation continues on the Hempstead sideline. Give to Kozad. Kozad spins out of 1 tackle and picks up about 7 yards again. Call it 8 on the carry. Well, even without that extra gear, he still has the ability just to make tacklers miss. He's got that ability to bounce off of the first and second man there. Second down and 2. Ryland goes in motion. Sets up as a tight end on the left. Here's Kozad. He'll have the first down into Mustang territory. Another 5 yards for Ty Kozad and another first down for Muscatine. We now have Ty unofficially up to 134 yards on the night. Get another carry here on the toss. Looks for a block. And nice tackle out there by the Mustangs, bringing him down after a gain of maybe 2. Clock continues to tick, under 8 minutes now. Nice long drive would be going a long way to a victory tonight. Take some time off the clock, put points on the board. Second down and 8. Here's that wishbone look again. Some movement early, nobody saw it. Cooper Yao took a step, got away with it. Here's Brookhart on the carry. And a 3rd and 3 upcoming now for Muscatine.
I almost expect to see like some sort of like screen jump pass out of that wishbone. I don't know why, but that's what I always expect to see come out of that.
I'm just excited to see a wishbone formation. That's what I was stuck playing in high school. And I say stuck because I played tight end. And really, that's not the formation you want if you're a tight end. You're just a glorified tackle at that point.
But you're glorified.
Always. Here's Brookhart again, and he'll move the sticks. First down.
So, Roland, if you're looking at this, so you're up by 13, you're marching the ball down over, halfway through the 3rd quarter. Is there a point where you start looking at load management for Kozad, do you think? Is there a point where you try and say, hey, maybe you know what? Yeah, we got him going. We tested out most of the gears. Let's kind of like pull it back.
I feel in a way they're already doing that. Here's another carry by Brookhart. And Brookhart, as the corner, has a first down, a gain of 15. Brookhart's had, the last 2? Now another flag. 2 or 3 carries. You haven't had the 85% of workload a number of plays put on Kozad tonight, which is something we saw last year. They've definitely distributed the ball a little bit more, and that flag is against Muscatine. I believe it was after the play, so the first down should count. As again, another unsportsmanlike. We have seen, boy, our share of unsportsmanlike calls tonight, both sides.
I feel like we've seen more this year than we did all of last season.
It's hard to not down there and not knowing what's going on. How sensitive is this crew? I'm not trying to make light of it, but in a way, it's like I can't imagine the players are still committing these fouls.
And this is always the tough part, and we talk about this across various sports, but there's no referee that ever changes their mind when you're yelling at them. It only makes it worse. And, if you're yelling at the other team,
Here's Yao. Yao, not a whole lot there, down to about the 36-yard line. Second down and 7 or 8 upcoming now for the Muskies. And we have, it's been a few plays now, 5 plays since we've seen Cozad have a carry. So to answer your question, I think we are seeing load management. He's out there to provide that threat, to provide that look for the defense, but he's definitely not had the amount of carries that he normally would. And here's Brookhart to Yao again. They've scored twice on this play, but this time the Mustang defense makes the stop. So third down and about 4 upcoming, and I think as we have a player slow to get up, I think this is where you might see Ty get the ball again now that it's third down and 4. And we'll find out after a quick break. We'll be right back on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network.
Imagined by visionaries, championed by leaders, and focused on results. Made real through hard work and a determination to build the things that people count on. Places where ideas are born, where progress fuels growth and strengthens communities. It's work that makes a difference. United Rentals. You're building the future. We're here to help.
When water service lines get damaged, customers often call us first. Remember, MPW is responsible for the water main. The water service line from the main to your home belongs to you. Damage is usually unexpected, and repairs can cost thousands. So don't wait until a problem occurs. Be prepared. Check your homeowner's policy and see if it's covered. If not, third-party protection plans are available for water and sewer. MPW also offers the utility loan program with 0% interest, and that may help. Learn more at mpw.org.
Roland Glenbine, Chris Anderson back here. Big third down and 4 upcoming for this Muskie offense. Cozad in the backfield. Man goes in motion as Brookhart. A throw wide open is Cooper Yao. First down and more. Down to the 14-yard line. Well, that a pretty play right there. Everybody went for the run. Play action, and Cooper Yao leaking out into the flat all by himself. Moves the chains for Muscatine. This team has passed so sparingly the last year plus. It surprises defenses when it happens. And boy, taking advantage right there, Cooper Yao. Again, the wishbone look. Cozad at fullback. The give to Brookhart. Brookhart has a chance inside the 5, down to the 4-yard line. And I believe that's enough for another Muskie first down. First down and goal. They'll mark it at the 4. Thompson brings the play in. Again, that wishbone look. Cozad at the fullback. The give to Brookhart. Brookhart bounces forward near the goal line, but just shy. Second down. And now just hang on to the ball and punch this in. Haven't seen them go to the quarterback sneak very often. This, I think, you just turn and give it to Ty, right? Curtis under center. Turns, gives to Brookard. That works too. Touchdown, Muskies. Gavin Brookard reaches pay dirt, and the Muskies are that much closer to victory. Now leading 33-14 as Othmer out to attempt the extra point.
You know, great to see two brothers, Lincoln and Gavin, just congratulating each other on the sideline. Again, folks, I can't talk highly enough about those three kids and the absolutely enjoyable conversation I had with them. I can't wait to share that with you.
And again, we'll see that. Do we have a date yet?
The plan is, depending on the homecoming schedule for the broadcast, to get it out for you guys next week. But we'll know more shortly.
Stay tuned, as they say.
It could be a surprise.
I like surprises. I feel like this score a bit of a surprise tonight. Muskie's now up 34-14.
Of the pleasant kind.
Yes, those are the best surprises. I come home and see that my cat puked on the carpet. That's not a good surprise.
That is not a good surprise. That is not a good surprise.
No. .331 left, third quarter, and you were talking about load management. I think that last drive, that's exactly what that was right there. Keep him out there, keep him as a decoy, but you saw Gavin definitely led the charge on that last drive with a nice sprinkling of Cooper Yao as there's yet another touchback.
And again, folks, back to the halftime show. Absolutely tremendous job by the band. And from Mr. Hyde, his thorough enjoyment of our commentary is amazing. I can just read the thrills in his messages.
Well, we thoroughly enjoyed the show. We just wanted the scoreboard to be updated.
We absolutely did. It was a blast. Maybe you could talk to a marketing company that does like some vinyl graphics and stuff that could like help get him something that they could attach up there real quick. I'll bet you I know a guy.
Back to passes Krug. Krug under some pressure, has a man out in the flat, and nice job by Dayton Truesdale to close that door. Frankie also there on the tackle. Well, I like the organ. The organ was, like, I think the best part. I wish we could get that organ, like, during the game here.
Oh, yeah, that'd be awesome.
Right?
And I do really wish we could play those for you guys every time we try and sneak even a little bit in. Facebook and YouTube nail us.
Here's the give. A little tight end reverse. We never ran that. There's a flag on the play.
It's not a play you hear called often.
No. To send that one to my old high school coach and say, see what you can do?
Tight ends can run the ball.
Yes.
I
think this one's coming back. Holding on Hempstead. Well, this just feels like, and again, don't want to get ahead of ourselves here. There's still a quarter to go. But if this score holds, this is kind of the turning the corner game. This is okay, we survived the storm those first 3 weeks, and this is a much different team we're seeing tonight. And a lot of that is because of the injury, because of the growth. Those guys like Cooper Yao and all those guys that had to step up, Lopez and Truesdale, it all makes a difference. Second down and a long way to go now for the Mustangs. And yet another stoppage and another flag, this on the near sideline. And illegal procedure, so the Mustangs go in the wrong direction. Back to the 10-yard line.
Or is it the right direction?
Depends on, it's their wrong direction. For us, we see it as a right direction because, again, we are the Discover Muscatine Sports Network. But in football, genuinely is the word. You don't want to go backwards.
Correct.
Krug rolls out, sidearms it, and incomplete. That's the second or third time tonight he's kind of sidearmed the ball. Krug not a big quarterback, not a tall quarterback. And now a third down and 20 upcoming for Dubuque Hempstead. Last we heard over at Brady Street, Davenport West was on top of Davenport Central 7-0. West pays the visit next week for homecoming. Krug back to throw, steps up, screenplay, and not going to be enough. Good job by Dayton Truesdale to track him down. Fourth down upcoming, and out comes the punting unit for Hempstead. So once again, the defense holds, and really, with the exception of maybe one long play in this first half, this defense has been stellar tonight.
I like how it, and again, from up here, you know, it's always hard to tell, but what it feels like is even just doing the simple line and out, they're controlling what everybody else sees. They're controlling it and making sure that things are going the way they want as opposed to reacting.
Well, that punt never made it to the 50-yard line. Aiden Lopez lets it bounce out of bounds, and again, great starting field position for this Muskie offense. Kozad remains in the game. He'll go out there. Brookhart out there as well. I think we'll see a lot of what we just saw on that last drive. Maybe get one more touchdown on the board, get to the fourth quarter, and call it a night for a few of these starters. Here's the turn, the give to Lopez. Lopez is to the 40. And 4 yards on that first down carry. Two-back set. Brookhart, Kozad. Thompson comes in motion now towards the bottom of your screen. Now Lopez in motion, and that's going to be a bit too many people in motion. And they'll march 5 yards off on the Muskies. So call it 2nd and 11. Down to the final 30 seconds of this third quarter. Here's the give to Kozad. Kozad, his first carry in a while, running hard. And a late flag thrown as he falls about a half yard shy of the first down. 10-yard carry for Kozad. Now we'll check in.
And just watching this, there's 3, 4, 5 different, I think at least 5 different Mustangs had their hands on him at some point during that run.
Face mask on the play will tack on more yardage Unofficially now 144 yards on the night for Kozad. Not a bad return. We're so used to seeing the breakout runs, right? The 50, 60, 80-yard runs. But just watching him, and again, we assume he's about 80% tonight from what we've seen at least. Still breaking off these 7, 10-yard runs pretty much consistently, and really the first tackler never brings him down. That brings us to the end of the third quarter. All Muskies right now, they lead 34-14 on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network.
River Rehab Physical Therapy. Feel better, move forward.
We are looking for a zero-turn lawnmower.
At Hustler Turf, quality matters.
Can I test drive that one?
In the store?
Even in the buying experience. We know you want to buy from someone who knows what they're talking
We're
about.
looking for a zero-turn mower.
Like this guy.
First thing you need to know is what's the size of your property? Are there any obstacles?
Head to your local Hustler dealer and talk to a lawnmower expert.
Stop in to Muscatine Lawn and Power at 2020 Stewart Road to see Hustler quality for yourself.
Muskie Sports are brought to you by Muscatine Power and
The fourth quarter. Muskie's knocking on the door once again. And here's the give, and there's the corner. Ty Kozad running hard inside the 20, down near the 15. And just like that, another 15-yard run for Ty.
I believe that's a new career record.
You had the graphic?
No, I don't. I lost track. We're also going to put a graphic limit, 1 per student athlete per.
Full house backfield. Kozad gets the carry. Kozad makes a couple more miss as he bounces near another first down. And they will move the sticks again, call it 10 more yards. Now right around 170 on the night. Just a bruising ground attack tonight for Muscatine. Again, that wishbone look. The give to Kozad. Kozad smelling the end zone, reaching forward, comes up just shy, down inside the 2. They'll probably mark it about the 1. Second down and goal. Thompson brings the play in. Brookhart, Lopez, Kozad making up that wishbone. The give, Kozad up the middle, into the end zone. Touchdown, Ty Kozad. The Muskies add another one.
Head down all the way. There was nobody that was going to stop him from making it.
And it's interesting because last drive he was out there pretty much as a decoy. This drive, they fed him.
A boy's got to eat.
And here's Othmer out to attempt yet another extra point. The Muskies have 40 on the board. Make that 41. It's now 41-14. The route is on. Stay tuned. A fun night here in Muscatine. We'll be right back.
Muskie Sports are brought to you by Muscatine Power and Water, Muscatine Lawn and Power, RIVO Plumbing and Heating, UnityPoint Health, Trinity Muscatine, Bear of Muscatine, Muscatine Church of Christ, H&J Cards, It Takes a Village Animal Rescue and Resources, Impact Fitness and Nutrition, Zach Fry at the Lee Agency, Big Brothers Big Sisters of Muscatine, Muscatine Symphony Orchestra, Josiah Anderson at Real Estate Resource Associates, Star Collectibles, Harper Cycling and Fitness, Muscatine Charities, and a special shout out to Mississippi Pearl Photography for all those great pictures of your Muscatine Muskies.
You know RIVO as expert plumbers, but did you know RIVO can also be your one source for complete bathroom and kitchen remodels? With professional craftsmen doing the job for more than 30 years, experienced in tile, carpentry, and of course plumbing, RIVO can transform a dreary basement into an elegant bathroom. And
back here in Muscatine, the Muskies now up 41-14 early in this fourth quarter. Oathmer boots it deep and into the end zone. Another touchback for the stellar kicker. Very dominant performance tonight. Got to go back to maybe last year against Davenport North, the last time we saw a game like this. Here's a short pass, not a whole lot there for the Mustangs. Colton Zweibaummer on the reception. Muskies won that one 41-13. Cozad had 353 yards rushing in that game. Here's another pass by Krug out into the flat and makes a man miss close to a first down. We'll see where he stepped out of bounds. Looks to be shy of the stick, so third down upcoming for Dubuque Hempstead. Well, this one's going to feel good for sure. It will be a fun film session when the group convenes. And there's a first down as they kick off homecoming week in style tonight. Trips towards the bottom of your screen. Krug back to throw once again. And this one a bit high. Intended receiver Matt Glennon. Got 41 points on the board, and it could have been more. There was that disputed pass to Darnell Thompson in that second quarter. Coaching staff thought they had a touchdown. The officials said that Thompson was out of bounds. We got so caught up in the baseball halftime show, we really forgot to go back and look at that.
I started to, and then, yes, I was pleasantly distracted.
Luckily, that play's not going to play a role in the outcome tonight.
No. And, you know, that's something you can always be thankful for. You always hate it when those kinds of things are like a linchpin in the game.
Krug going to be brought down in the backfield. Sack time. Camden Furness brings them down. Reminds me of that commercial where they're all huddling, talking about the broadcast, trying to come up with catchphrases for the sack. Have you seen that one? Yeah.
Special enough.
Okay. That's good. Just saying. There's a completion, and Breitbach, a big gain there.
That was almost a completely flat side-armed rocket.
Yeah, he's done that a few times tonight. He's almost more comfortable at that arm slot, it seems like. They go sackety sack, don't talk back. Just one of the many. And the Muskie defense, Frankie and Yao there on the tackle. The law firm of Frankie and Yao coming up big again, down to 8:28 left in this ball game.
Now that sounds like a graphic for next week.
Krug will just put down and run into. And now another flag thrown after the play again. As again, it's number 53 and number 21, Frankie and Yao, on that tackle. We'll check on the penalty. They're going to wave off the penalty. That's nice to see.
Probably his extra one fell out of his pocket.
Right? That's what happens when you have at least 2 flags in your pocket.
It's better than a hole in your pocket.
It's great for the company that makes flags. I just picture some old grandma like working, sweating in a shop somewhere in Malaysia, like putting together flags. I don't know why Malaysia. Back Krug to throw, and nice pass there, slant pattern, and a nice gain for the Hempstead Mustangs against Justin Potts on the reception. I'm sure they're all American flags. Well, they're yellow flags made in America, not American flags.
Yeah, because we'd be in trouble for that.
Yep, can't throw those. Krug looking to throw again. He's been on this drive, but that time the ball perhaps a bit deflected there. Comes up empty, and second down now. Clock at 7:48. I keep looking at the clock as the humor just like falling off big time. Like, is this game over yet? I'm running out of jokes.
I will never run out.
You keep telling me how great you are, but you're not adding to this at all. You're just hanging me out to dry here, letting me.
Oh, that's the fun part.
Run off a cliff. I'm just going to stick to football. 2 receivers each direction. Krug out of the gun, trying to get the Mustangs back on the board. Looks, fires it over the middle. The ball's caught. Reaching, touchdown. Hempstead, Justin Potts. And the Mustangs have cut the lead in half. 41-20 now the score. Extra point up and good. And mercifully, we're going to take this to a commercial break. We'll be right back on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network.
At Hustler Turf, quality matters, especially in the strength and durability of our mowers. So you know your Hustler will stand the test of time. We think the difference is obvious. With our welded fabricated steel deck, high-strength 11-gauge one-piece frame, and the precision control of our smooth track steering, anyone can mow like a pro.
Stop in to Muscatine Lawn and Power at 2020 Stewart Road to see Hustler quality for yourself.
From a clogged toilet to a complete sewer line replacement, RIVO is a modern plumbing company designed to respond quickly to all shapes and sizes of plumbing needs. Bringing in our heavy equipment to replace cracked gas lines or designing clever piping systems for new construction plumbing, a family-owned company that's reliably honest and remarkably affordable. Right here in Muscatine, all day long, every day of the week. RIVO Incorporated, skill, knowledge, and tools to solve the messiest problems.
Back here in Muscatine, we're midway through this fourth quarter, actually 7:42 left. Mustangs have tightened it up a bit, still a 3-touchdown differential. They'll go onside kick. And the Muskies cover that up, no problem. Recovered by Vaughn Brookhart. What color shirt did Vaughn wear growing up in preschool?
Red, I believe.
Vaughn was red, okay.
That was actually
Huey, Dewey, or Louie?
Oh, wait, no. Actually, no, that wouldn't be right because, let's see, Lincoln was Alvin.
Okay. That's red.
Must have been blue. Vaughn would have been blue because he was Simon.
Okay.
We're going to have to go back to the tape and check and see if I'm right. Or, Karen, if you're watching, feel free to shoot me a quick message and double check me on that. Although she's probably here in the stand, so probably not watching. Although, folks, you can actually stream on your phone and be able to listen to us while here at the stadium.
That seems to be the way to go.
I mean, how would you not want to do that?
Up in Marion tonight, end of the third quarter, Bettendorf continues to lead Linn-Mar 21-14. The Bulldogs about to go 4-0 on the season. Still have a one-game losing streak to the Muskies. Here's the turn and the handoff as some of the substitutes into the game now. That was Seth Ryland getting his first carry of the night.
To quote an old friend of mine, made it all the way to the 52.5-yard line there.
Now it's just about get a few first downs and run some clock.
Get a little full speed practice for those that may not normally.
Ryland continues in the backfield. And quarterback keeper on the option play. And Gage Curtis slides down at about the 38-yard line. Or excuse me, the 43-yard line. Third down and 3 upcoming for the Muskies.
That was a nice heads-up play by Curtis, not letting that, holding onto that ball himself, cutting back up in through the gap that was created and getting down before he got hit. Smart heads-up play.
Full house backfield. One receiver off to the top of your screen. The give to Ryland. Ryland sidesteps the tackler and gets the first down. Nice vision on the play by Seth Ryland, avoiding the hit in the backfield and picks up about 5 yards on the carry. First down, Muskies. Well, we talked in pregame, you got to win 2 of the next 4. Now you got to win 1 of the next 3, which that sounds a lot better. You'd like to win more than 1 of the next 3 because then you don't have to win the last 2. But this was a must-win. We called it a must-win, and it's looking like it's going to be just that for Muscatine tonight. As here's another give, and Ryland gets wrangled down, but not after he picks up 7 yards on the carry. 2-2 feels a whole lot better, and especially the dominant fashion the Muskies have demonstrated tonight.
And looking what they went through to get to the 2-2.
Early movement there. That is going to be a penalty. Ryland leaning forward, could not put the anchor down long enough, and they're going to catch him for illegal motion. Really, it has been a long 3 weeks after those first two plays, right? The injury to Lincoln and the injury to Ty. And really, if those guys don't go down, you had a good chance to beat Jefferson in that game. But then you lose that one, you go to Central, you get just 100 yards of total offense. And Central's at the goal line to end the game with a chance to beat you.
And when you say squeak one out, they did. I mean, they punched out a fumble at the end.
Yeah.
I literally squeaked it out. And now here we are, 41-21, looking pretty strong.
Here's the give. Ryland again up the middle. Nice carry and gain, and the clock continues to tick down towards the 4-minute mark.
I will say, you got to love it when Coach Hawkins' team gives us the opportunity like this to be far enough ahead of the game that we can bust out our jokes and our stand-up so that we can be ready when we need them.
And I think that is like what the audience deserves. So,
Absolutely.
Yes.
Nothing but the best for Muscatine.
Third down play, and we're looking at about a 50-yard field goal if you don't gain another yard here. Not sure they would kick one or not, but Seth Ryland trying to make that point moot, and barrels forward close to a first down. Great second effort. They're going to say fourth down. Now, this is a lot closer to a first down than the one they measured earlier in the game, although that spot was not very advantageous. So at this point, fourth down and a foot, I think you keep the offense out there and you go for it. That appears to be what Coach Hawkins has decided. The clock is stopped, not sure why.
Again, this is a call I'd love to see coming out of the Muskie bench. It would be really easy to kick it. It'd be really easy to, take the easy points and move on. But this is a point where a play like this, getting your team used to getting that fourth down when you need it, it's a great experience, great call.
Now they're going to come over and talk to Coach Hawkins, maybe wondering why they didn't measure. I don't know. Just speculating right now.
Or possibly figuring out where they're going for dinner after the game?
Well, the longer they have that conversation, the less choices they're going to have. Really not sure what the discussion is right now.
Seem to be looking down to the...
A few glances towards the scoreboard. Whatever it was, it looks like we're close to getting back underway. We may never know.
Just may have to be one of life's mysteries. But I would say at this point, the outcome of the game is not.
I don't know why the clock's not running. Now he runs it. Okay. And taking every second he can off. And there's your QB sneak. So Gage Curtis just took it right up the middle, easily gaining 3 yards. And the clock now under 3 minutes to go.
I don't think we're the only one in the stadium.
No, the peanut
clock.
gallery now definitely getting on the act. And
not usually the kind of clock management that's a discussion.
Well, they stopped it there for the first down. That was understandable. I don't know what was going on the last play. They definitely dropped the ball a little bit there and cost the Muskies about 15 seconds. And Ryland just did a good job hanging on to the ball there. It didn't look like he had full control. That's the most important thing right now. This game pretty much has been decided, but you don't want to commit a fumble.
Again, you don't want to that point, you don't want to lose the momentum here. You want to be able to ride off this game with the 20-point win. You don't want to have that bad taste in your mouth right in the last 2 minutes.
Play clock down to 4. They snap the ball. Here's Ryland up the middle near the 20-yard line. Clock now under 2 minutes. The Mustangs have 2 timeouts. They're not calling them. They waved the white flag. It's just a matter of running the clock right now and getting Muscatine up to 2-2 on the season. Hempstead will fall to 3-1. They travel to Bettendorf next week.
A little shorter trip. I don't know if they'll have to charter buses for that. They rolled in style tonight.
Those were nice buses, with Tri-State providing them a little luxury trip down here. And there's a carry close to a first down again as Ryland looks to be about a yard shy.
I do know when the basketball team traveled back in my day, we did not ride on Tri-State tour buses.
No. You were lucky if they didn't have holes in the seats on the school buses, right? You always had those seats that were cut open and exposing the yellow foam. And if you got the school bus, like the school bus with the radio, some of them have the speakers and have radio. That was luxury back in the day.
Yeah. We all had our headphones on.
Give to Ryland. Ryland has the first down. A 4th down and 1 play, and that will just about do it. That will do it. That should be the last play as they'll wind the clock. And the Muskies coming out in style tonight. Nice reception from the crowd right now as they are on their feet, letting Muscatine know their appreciation. Boy, what a win tonight. Final score 41-21. Muscatine improves to 2-2 on the season. Any thoughts on player of the game?
The easy answer, breaking the career rushing record, is Ty.
Yes.
That's the easy answer. Let's pause for a moment though. No, I think it's got to be.
You got to go Ty, and and the only reason you wouldn't go Ty is because you're used to Ty going for 300 yards in games that he shines in. So you can't punish him for setting such a high bar. But I think not only did he come out tonight, he finished with 176 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns, broke the school's all-time career rushing record. And not only that, he sparked his team. He gave this team life, and not just on the offense, but the defensive side. This was a different Muscatine football team tonight, different energy out there, and a very dominant performance.
Absolutely, and on both sides of the ball. There was no let-up. There was a mental toughness that you love to see out of these kids.
And against a team that was 3-0, and maybe that's a kind of a record that is masked a little bit because they played some easy teams, but they were still 3-0. They were one of just 5 teams in Class 5A in the state that were undefeated went out there and dominated them tonight by the tune of a 20-point victory, 41-21. So Muskies get the win, improve to 2-2. Homecoming week begins on a great note, and Davenport West comes to town next week. I believe they'll bring a 3-1 record. They're leading late in that game against Davenport Central tonight. So if that hangs on, West will be 3-1. Another tough test. Another game, though, that all of a sudden you feel a lot better about next week, having seen what happened tonight.
I would hope you do. I mean, I don't know how you couldn't.
Well, we appreciate you tuning in, and look forward to talking to you this time, same bat channel next week, right here on Discover Muscatine Sports Network, as the Muskies will host Davenport West for homecoming next Friday night. Again, your final score tonight, Muscatine dominates over previously undefeated Dubuque Hempstead 41-21. For Chris Anderson and the staff this evening, I'm Roland Glembine. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great weekend. We'll see you next week.